main purpose of psychological counseling is to help you to solve the query with which you address to the specialist. The psychologist carefully, respectfully, and attentively helps you to better understand yourself, your inner world, your needs, feelings, and emotions, to build the kind of relationships with people you want, not to be influenced by others, to make informed choices, to understand your desires, and to move step by step in solving the issues you have addressed.
Not too long ago, about 6 months ago, I was in a bad long-distance relationship. The guy was 19 and I was 13. He knew my age and a lot about me. Over time, this man began to manipulate me. Eventually, I, at his direction, began to distance myself from my family and friends. Eventually, he started asking for intimate videos and also wanted me to take care of him all the time. He threatened to commit suicide if I broke up with him. I couldn't even leave my phone for 5 minutes. Now we don't communicate. I blocked him, but I still often think about him and cry. I have no energy or desire after this relationship. It's like I've forgotten how to communicate with people. I've become withdrawn.
Pauline, hello. First of all, I am very glad that you have the strength, sanity, courage, and determination to end the relationship with this person. It's not easy to do that when you are only 13 and the man who suppressed your will and gained complete control over you is 19. What this man did while interacting with you is called psychological abuse. And before I write more about it, I want to point out this. When an adult man who corresponds with an underage child for a long time, firstly, he has big psychological and maybe even psychiatric problems. And secondly, most likely there is a tendency to pedophilia. This is indicated by the fact that he demanded that you send him a huge number of candid photos of you. For such actions, this comrade can easily be prosecuted for defilement of minors. And now let's understand what psychological violence is and why you are now so difficult morally after you stopped correspondence with him and blocked him. It is used to gain complete control over him and force him to do what you need him to do. I can assume that he constantly forced you to account for your every move, accused you of lack of love and proper attention, suspected you of cheating and dishonesty, tried to check your social networks, correspondence and calls, demanding screenshots, forced you to do things you didn't want to do. He ignored your desires and feelings, manipulation, blackmail, entreaties, demands, and threats to do something to you. You were forbidden to communicate with certain relatives or friends, and you tried to limit this communication in order not to displease your partner. Your feelings were constantly ridiculed, criticized, and devalued. This may have made you feel like you don't understand or know anything, that you are stupid, unadventurous, and unable to draw your own conclusions. Because of this communication, you probably stopped believing yourself and relying on your own judgment, tried to conform to this man's expectations, to be obedient and comfortable, gave up your own desires and your own comfort. During your correspondence, he managed to suppress you quite a lot. So now that you are out of his control, you need time to get back to yourself, to regain your sense of self-worth, to regain your good self-esteem, and to forget him like a bad dream. I highly recommend that you read articles about psychological abuse to better understand what was going on in your correspondence with this person and how you can help yourself in such a situation. Gradually, you will feel better and better. It is important for, not to plunge into endless reflections and memories, but to focus on what brings joy and pleasure here and now, what causes you good emotions. Maybe you should go to learn to play the guitar or paint, dance, take acting classes in a theater studio. What would you like to learn? You need new people, new experiences, and new places right now. If you have a trusting relationship with your parents, ask them to sign you up for a few consultations with a child psychologist so you can talk to them in detail about your feelings, wants, needs. Start keeping a diary and write down your thoughts every day if they suddenly become too much or if you feel lonely and have no one to talk. Most importantly, do not, under any circumstances, continue to communicate with this person. Never. And in the future, do not let any of your friends and acquaintances control you and tell you what to do and how to do it. No one has the right to do that. Love and take care of yourself. All the best to you